Welcome to the Alkalign Lifestyle Institute for Quantum Healing. I'm your host and guide today, Fidelis Nugget II, and today's topic we'll be talking about why you are unable to feel an authentic connection when engaging in sex with another person. To keep this simple, why you can't connect with a person when you're having sex. I believe there is three main things that stop people from having an authentic connection. Most of them, or if not all of them, let me not say most of them, all of them are psychological effects of misperception. And the first one is you're running from something in your head. You're running from something in your head, and what you do is you literally are soothing yourself with sex. The problem is that it's consumption. It's not a reciprocation where you're giving out the love and the affection and the energy in exchange with another being. You're just consuming something to make yourself feel better because you're running from what really needs to happen, the work that you need to do on the inside to really make yourself feel better. So the first reason people have the inability to connect with someone sexually is they're running from something. They're running from the truth. Now, the truth sets you free. That's it. The truth sets you free. So once you stop lying to yourself, once you make an actual commitment to be the best version of yourself and stop running away from the things that you do not want to face. I'll repeat this. Stop running from things that you do not want to face. All of a sudden, you now have the ability to free your energy up and to expand your energy field. This is essentially being authentic, okay? It's being vulnerable. Being vulnerable means that you are willing to accept whatever consequences come. Physically, you may get hurt. Emotionally, you may get hurt, but it doesn't matter. You're still opening yourself up to everything on the outside. That's being vulnerable. Then being accountable, meaning you're being responsible. You're being intentional about how you move through the space. And then after that, being transparent. Literally, nobody has to probe you to ask you anything. They can see right through you because you're transparent, because you're able to be pure. So there's no hiding in the closet. Nothing is in your closet. You're just being yourself. So if you can look at a relationship from that perspective, that's a reciprocation of a purely purified person from within, and you can connect sacredly, meaning your sacred energy, you can exchange it with another being. That's the first thing. So no running. Just be honest, okay? Don't lie. Just be committed to being the best version of yourself. Don't make any excuses not to do it. You can connect first and foremost with another being sexually. Second, addictions. Now, these are prevalent in everything. Where you see people have sex while drinking alcohol or after drinking alcohol, or after smoking weed, or even after going to eat bad food. Like say you go out to eat with a date, you go on a date and you go get pizza in a movie or something like that, or fast food, like some hamburgers and french fries in a movie. Or you want to Netflix and chill with your person and all that stuff. The food that you're eating is processed chemicals. So you're still taking in drugs. You just don't know that. So I'm here to tell you that you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, you go to In-N-Out Burger, you want to go have sex after that, after you just stuffed your face, after you just left the club at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you think that after this, you're going to go get something to eat because you're hungry, because you've been drinking alcohol, or you've been smoking, or whatever you've been doing prior, and then you decide to go have sex. There's no connection with that. There's none. So a high connection is no connection, and an intoxicated connection is no connection. So what you're doing is, again, you're still soothing. Still comes from the step number one. You're still soothing yourself by running from something. That's why you drink in the first place, or smoke in the first place, because you're running from something that you don't want to face. So because you're still running from something that you don't want to face, you then exchange that energy with somebody else who's running, because you can't be in harmony, okay? You can't be in resonance with somebody who is on a different frequency than you. You can't. It's not going to work out. So somehow you guys are on the opposite ends of a spectrum coming together. That's just how it works out. So number two, do not drink, Do not smoke. Do not stay up after 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're imbalancing your circadian rhythm. You're not even there. You're not even present. There's no way for you to be present. You're not present with yourself. So sleepless sex, there's no sex at all either. And that's actually the last part, is going to be overworking. So what people do is they take supplementation, right? Many people who go to the gym and they do shows. They want to compete. They want to be fitness models, fitness men, women, etc. You're already in a deficit in terms of water. Yeah, so what we're gonna talk about right now is water, dehydration. When you're dehydrated, you can't have great sex. You can't have connected sex or be present when you're having sex because you're dehydrated. Now, the first two things that we just named, talk about running from something in your mind. That's the first thing that causes you to then go to the second thing, which is addiction, alcohol or drugs, and then sleepless nights, right? And then you have the third, which you're overworking, and now you're gonna be dehydrated. Dehydration causes stress. That's what dehydration is. Dehydration is stress, and stress is dehydration. That's what this is. Now, what I suggest is that first, prior to having sex with anyone, first of all, make sure it's somebody who you desire to have a child with. That's the first thing. If you do not see this person as a parent, a co-parent alongside you, do not, I repeat, do not have sex with them. That's the first thing. There's no reason for you to do this. Whenever you understand the power of creation that brings a new being into this world, a whole new world comes into the world as a result of your incompetence and your ignorance and your stupidity. Yeah, don't do that. So the first thing that you can do is actually vet the person across from you and say, are you parent worthy? Am I parent worthy? First off, to be able to have a little one with this person. Because if I engage in this act with this being, the potential is I can bring somebody else into this world. That's it. So if you can't answer the question, and I'm talking about in seconds, if you can't look at the person and say, yes, that's my person right there. Yeah, that's it. She's it. He's it. If you can't do that, no sex at all. Figure it out first. Figure them out first. Figure you out first. First you figure you out, then everything else works out. So if you look at it from a perspective of the authentic connection comes from being authentic. So if first you're lying to yourself, you're inauthentic. That's the first mistake. The second mistake is you ran from something. Now you have to soothe yourself to patch up those things with alcohol or weed or some sort of drug and infuse where you can run from something. That's what you did. I'm gonna eat my way out of it. I'm gonna do something. Drink my way out of it. Smoke my way out of it. Whatever it is, it didn't work. Okay? And then lastly, you're dehydrated. So you've been working out, you've been overworking, you've been running, you've been jogging, you've been lifting, you've been training, whatever you've been doing, it's taking away the water from your brain because your brain gets the most water out of your body. It's your brain. Your brain comes first. 18 to 20% of the water inside your body goes to your brain. It needs to go to your brain first. So when you get dehydrated, all of a sudden you get stupid. And I'm not talking just to be negative. I'm saying it in terms of cognitive function. You lose cognitive function when you get dehydrated. Therefore, the person across from you that you may think is that person, it's not that person. Because you can see things when you're drunk that when you're not drunk, they don't look the same. So those three things you must be mindful of. And instead, do these things. First off, ask yourself, is the person across from you a match for your life? Do your goals match? Do your visions match? Do your mentors match? Does your information, does your drive, does your ambition, does it match? And are you willing to choose unconditional love? Meaning, set no conditions, no expectations for this person. Just say, I'm choosing to love them. You don't fall in love with anyone. You choose to love them. Once you choose to love them, you made a commitment. Regardless of whatever is going to come to you, regardless of whatever is going to come back to you, you still made a commitment. If you want to hold true to that commitment, do it. And if not, don't. It may not be green grass every day. It may not be flowers and candy and most wonderful, blissful time every day. Maybe not. But you decided to do something. Either you stick with it or you don't. That's the first thing. The next thing is your diet. You need to understand that your lifestyle and your diet affects your sexual energy, your sexual potency. Potency is the ability to have sex. Orgastic potency is the ability to surrender to the climax of the sexual act. Now, women used to say, my man wasn't bringing me to an orgasm. Nothing to do with the man. Everything to do with you, ma'am. It's you. If you can't bring yourself to surrender to the moment, you'll never have an orgasm. And then there is a loop that comes from the orgasm, meaning you share in this energy field that you create that then shapes this huge energy field. If and only if both of you are activated from within. It just does not adhere to rape and sexual assault, things of that nature. No, this is talking about two beings that are authentic with each other. They chose to love each other, okay? And they're choosing to exchange their energy, knowing the consequences that they can have a person or a being brought into this world. When you have full-on control and you are full-on engaged in being present with the person alongside you, your experience is completely different. Your experience as far as breathing, what you do is you match up your breathing so you can sit where your position is both of you are entangled, where someone is sitting on the other's lap. You can then control your breathing through your diaphragm and through your belly and match it up. You can touch your foreheads. It's just like touching an iPhone to an iPhone, like an airdrop. If you can uniquely link your frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex, all right? Your frontal lobe, your frontal lobe. If you can link that in your third eye, what happens is you now become a match and a vesica of energy. And so now you have a shared energy space. So once you have sex, learn this. You never, ever disentangle with this person. You exchange your cells with this person, they exchange their cells with yourself. And so now all of a sudden you open up a portal of energy between yourself and that person. Make sure that that portal stays purified and it stays good. There's no tension, there's no harm, there's no hardship, there's no anger, there's no hatred towards another person. Because hate is not, I just hate something or I hate someone, okay? There's love and then they say there's hate. But it's not you hate because you hate. You just hate because you're not loved. So don't ever let that portal fall into a place of, I hate this person, I despise this person, my ex is this, or my ex-boyfriend or husband is that. Don't do that. And the love is not coming from them, it's coming from you, or lack thereof. So make sure that you understand why, when engaging in sex with another person, you realize this is the most powerful energy of creation, this is at your root and generation, and treat it as such. If you're struggling to even have sexual potency, where you have the ability to do it properly, erectile dysfunction, low libido, all these issues come from a mineral deficiency. They come from a lack of understanding the biology of your beliefs in your own body. So, first thing you should do is cellular detoxification. You need to go to the cellular level and cleanse what beliefs, what traumas, what emotions you have stored around the topic of sex from your cells completely. And once you get rid of it, you can then reprogram it, something brand new, subconsciously. That is a process we do engage in serving you. Click the link in our description. We have a 90-day cellular detoxification program. We use Awaken and Replenish, both our daytime and nighttime formulas, complete with one-on-one coaching, and also our 33-day manifestation guidebook that's going to come along with it. You can track your food. You can also track your gratitude every single day. And what happens is, ultimately, you reprogram yourself cellularly and subconsciously, and then you'll be able to have more conscious, aware, and present connection when you're having sex. If you're interested in that, click the link in my description below. And other than that, until next time, have good sex.